Hello and thank you for your time. This is Yaur Stefanov from Kvarta Soft Ltd. We specialize in developing products for broadcasters and cable TV providers, and this is a tutorial for our DVB Monitor SS2, used for streaming and monitoring satellite frequencies. So after you've connected the device to the network with an Ethernet cable and then connected an RF antenna to the device, you just open an internet browser. I recommend Mozilla Firefox because for the moment only Firefox supports MPEG plugins, like VLC player, that is required for streaming channels. You enter the device's default IP address, here I'll display it to you, and use the default username and password, which are both admin at the start, but you can change them to whatever you want after you first log on. Once you've done that, then the embedded website should appear. Just remember that your computer should have an IP address which is in the same network. Here, in the IP configuration menu, you've got your standard IP settings. Also, the time and remote configuration. This is also where you configure the SNMP with up to 4 trap servers, and the email address to which you will receive any alerts if any alarms were triggered while the device is in monitoring mode. Over here, we have the Update tab, where you can see the device's current firmware and the features it has, some of which are purchasable add-ons for our devices, like the alarm profiles and the advanced MPEG monitoring. All our devices are future-proof as they support remote firmware upgrades, so make sure to check for newer version updates at least every once in a while. If you want to stream, you need to go to the DVB menu, go to Configuration and select Streaming. Select the modulation you wish to use, either S or S2 for this device. Type the center frequency for the monitored carrier, choose a polarization and symbol rate, wait for it to lock on, and it's ready. You can also click on the little config button to see some Lnb settings, and if you're planning on using a dissect switch, this is where you switch it on, so that now you can receive feed from up to 4 Lnbs connected to the dissect, and you can switch between them with the dissect switch. As always, remember to save and tune any changes you've made. On the Status tab, you can see the current RF parameters, for example the CNR, MER, BER, and transport stream rate. Selecting MPEG will show you the MPEG tables containing various service information, like PAT, PMT, SDT, EIT, CAT, and TOT. On the Stream tab, you have a list of all the broadcasted programs and their frequencies. Here you also select the stream protocol. We have UDP, RTP, and RTSP. Also, you must select either single or multi-program transport streaming. For single, you can select up to 5 services on the same frequency to be streamed, and for multi, you just select the proper destination address for the IP stream. Once you're done with that, you can just go to the video menu, and as you can see, I'm already streaming a channel from the device to my VLC player. You can also view a constellation diagram of the center frequency in the constellation menu. Now, if you want to use the device for monitoring, you have to go back to the DVB menu and switch from streaming to monitoring. Doing this changes the menu itself because, as you can see, the streaming, constellation, and video tab have been removed, but a new menu called Charts has appeared. Settings are made almost the same way as with streaming. There's a setting button where you can configure relative settings like Lnb power, Lnb frequencies, and whether or not you're using a dissect switch with the device. You can add new frequencies by just clicking the Add New button. You configure the new carrier settings and click Add. You can also edit or delete old frequencies if you want. The Status tab is used to check on RF parameters and carriers found. Now for the alarms. The Alarms tab only works when you're in monitoring mode. These here are the service alarms. The DVB monitor automatically searches for audio or video PID, and it triggers an alarm if data for the specified service is missing for more than 3 seconds. Alarm thresholds can be set in the RF alarms menu. It's also worthwhile to note that this device has both the alarm profiles and advanced MPEG options installed in it. This allows TR-101-290 standard alarms to be set. Different alarm thresholds can be set to different profiles, and then each profile can be applied separately to individual frequencies. Combined, these two options take monitoring to the next level, as they allow far more flexible alarms to be set, securing the best monitoring possible. For more information, I recommend you download our option specification document from our website, or just watch my video about the DVB Monitor ACT for a thorough explanation about the advanced MPEG monitoring and the charts menu. I guess that was most of the important stuff. Thank you for your time again, and I hope this video was useful to you in some way. This is Yavor Stefanov from KVARTA signing off.